Alright, this is Andrew with Joda Home Inspections. We are doing a scope here in Morgan. This is part 2. I've accessed the lines for a clean out in the basement. And this house is a little unique in that it has an ejector pump. And so everything downstairs goes under the basement slab to a pump, and then it gets lifted up with gravity. One limitation I have here is that since the basement's unfinished, there's no way to run water. Everything upstairs is going to go out with gravity, then everything downstairs goes into a pump. And the only thing really going into that pump today is the floor drain in the mechanical room. So as the AC runs, that creates a lot of condensate, and so there's water going into the pit, but this line is dry, and so I can't really look at grade the way that I can outside or at the upstairs lines, because there's not water that's ran through these. I see some buildup, so I'm wondering if there's anything else that could be fed into this. I guess that could be a line that the floor drain feeds into. That could be what we're seeing there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everything upstairs goes out with gravity. I see a line just on the front right-hand side of the house that I can visually see feeding into that spot that goes outside. PVC pipe, which is great. I did notice an issue with the clean out in the basement. The one I decided to go through had a crack. And at first I thought it was just a line from glue. Sometimes glue will get on the cap and leave a mark, and that's what I thought I was seeing. But then when I removed it, it was an actual crack, and it split the cap. So I'd recommend that cap be replaced. I'll cover it with a heavy-duty tape so that it doesn't have sewer gases coming out. But since this isn't actually in use, it doesn't need to be sealed until the basement's finished. But you'll notice that that cap just kind of sheared off. There was that crack, and it just split right when I took it off. Not very common on that new of a clean out, but if it's split, even from the manufacturer, as soon as you put any sort of torque on it, it'll just fall apart. So I'd recommend that cap be replaced. Line looks good, a little limited since we can't run water through any of these pipes. The spots that I would run water, like I could pour water through where a toilet would be, but these ones are glued in place. I'll show you, like there's a pipe stubbed up, and the cap is actually glued, same with that one. But everything was connected. I didn't see any separations. It does feed into that pump like I expected it to. Going to end this recording now. Oh, the other thing I'll mention, I had been asked specifically about settlement. You do have some minor cracks in the basement slab, but nothing that looked like excessive movement. One thing I did is I followed the cracks to the foundation walls, and these cracks do not extend from the slab into the wall, which is a good sign. If they had continued into the wall, that can indicate movement. But the basement slab can move around a little bit independent of the foundation. And so just because the basement slab has some cracks doesn't mean that the foundation or the footings have necessarily moved. I'm going to end this recording now.